What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 183 of the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the Mech of Stardew Valley, Chris Montalbano.
I read manga now.
We got the most degenerate squid in the sea, Jalen Roberts.
Just down bad. Down cataclysmic.
And we got the Ray Trace Durag, Madrid Devon.
Okay, the Buster Sword wasn't the only thing that was busting.
We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Final Fantasy, Dragon's Dogma, Fortnite, and OverWatch 2.
No, I was just like, damn, JJK is just really well written. Like, just from top to bottom, like the characterization, their abilities, and like the little details, the subtle notes that are put in there. It's so Kubo-esque, but then the writing, it's just so much better. Like the art too, it really complements it. Like the whole world, like
the world building, in my opinion,
the world building.
It's not as good as Bleach. Bleach world building.
No, Anton, this world building is fucking fantastic because there's so much. There's a lot right there, but under the surface, there's even more. And it's like right there for you. You're just missing it.
Not just that, but then also like it really balances and kind of justifies its own brutality. Like, yo, when things get violent, things get violent.
Oh yeah. I'm ready for Chris.
I'm nowhere near where you guys are. I kind of picked up where season 1 of the anime ended, and just started reading it instead.
As you should.
Oh, you should have just started from chapter 1. Honestly, it just like
that's so many.
I think Chris.
It's actually not.
I think Chris should watch the movie.
It's 6. I should, but where I ended in the anime, I was like at chapter 69, which was nice. But actually reading this anime has gotten me more intrigued with all of the characters than watching or reading the manga. Sorry, I'm new to this, y'all. Has gotten me interested in the characters than watching the anime did. Like Itadori, am I saying this right?
Yeah. Itadori
is way more badass in the manga than he is in the fucking anime. I mean, he was cool in the anime
thing.
It's
reading this in the manga, just the art style, the detail in the art in the manga. I was just
also with the manga, you get to decide the pacing a little bit more. That's the thing.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I'm taking it in
inner monologues or inner monologues.
Right. I am the character kind of reading, and I project how I'm reading it, how badass it is.
Yeah,
instead of someone saying those things to me and watching a show. It's
a balance.
It is.
And so what I've been doing lately and what I'm about to do with Spy Family and what I did with Demon Slayer and what I did with Jujutsu Kaisen, like I would watch the first season of the anime. Just let that play out. Let that happen. And then get the manga where the anime left off, like the physical manga, and start reading that, and then get caught up as far as I could with the physical manga. So like I have all the Spy Families that are out except for volume 3, I think, and we've already passed volume 3 in the anime, so I'll just read physically the rest of Spy Family after the first season ends, and then I'm going to go on the app and get caught up to reading it week to week.
I mean, I definitely could feel like after reading it, and then obviously reading it, I'm going to be ahead in JJK than the anime.
Mm-hmm. Join us, Chris.
So I'm going to
join us.
I'm going to be caught up. I'm like trying to
really start talking about curse powers,
right?
And really start talking the shit.
Because you can say whatever you like. JJK is amazing. Fun fighting curse spirit, but fighting other curse technique users.
Sorcerer PvP is lit. Also, I gotta say
the whole Tenjin, Tenjin merger thing where they were just trying to protect that girl. That shit went off. So hard. Homie beat the shit out of an old man.
Right.
In a hallway.
So
that old man was shredding.
Just because he was like second, like he was thinking too hard, and then hands were thrown.
Chris, without spoiling anything, there's going to be a point where they talk about Shibuya. Before you read Shibuya, go read Volume 0. It's on the app. You got to read Volume 0. Like, you could probably read it now, because I think you're at about the point that I read it.
I'm pretty sure it's on the app now too.
Yeah, I know for a fact it's on the
literally have the app pulled up.
So yeah, you could probably read Volume 0 right now.
As soon as the flashback is over, just go read the.
Yeah, that's
a
good
Volume
spot
0.
Oh yeah.
Which flashback? Like
the flashback arc you're in right now.
Oh, okay. Wait, they went a year forward. Where I'm at.
No, they turned back the time.
This is the flash. Yeah, that's the.
This
currently,
is so.
That entire fight happened in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before
so
Gojo was
that is
and where like literally the last chapter I read said 1 year later.
You're still in the flashback.
Probably.
That's a year.
You're still in the flashback.
That's a year later in the flashback. That's them fleshing out the characterization at that point.
Damn.
Like this is the point where they're finally explaining why. This is the perfect time for you to go into 0. Actually,
yeah. Cool. Like I'm like, if we go in flash.
Actually, that's.
I know exactly the volume that you're on.
That's the picture I keep seeing. Saying, do you want to buy this manga?
Yep,
it's for free though.
Well, I have.
You get to watch Geto's Descent into Madness.
16.
I don't.
If we just
hold on, actually, just thinking about it.
Just thinking.
Man,
I was about to say zero context.
I don't need
this
to get into
motherfucker has
that
2
hobby
covers.
of buying mangas. I got into the keyboard game hobby. I'm going to buy keycaps, and that's expensive enough. I don't need to buy mangas.
Chris, let's go keycap shopping.
Ooh, please, let's do it.
Because I do need some I need some keycaps for this.
I just realized none of that manga flexing played for the audio version. Check us out on YouTube.
Yeah, that's just all the more reason to watch us on YouTube, to watch us on Twitch.
Yeah. Right, you catch us you get the extra, you get the pre and post content. We've always given you pre and post content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Always. Like sex.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's foreplay and after care.
Yeah. I was about to say after.
We're treating you right.
Care, you know.
Exactly.
After play,
same thing.
Clean up.
It's a sandwich.
The sandwich.
Say no to yes. Say sliders to drugs.
It's like any way you read that, it was
right.
Fucked up.
It was wrong. Like there's no way to read it.
Oh my god!
It made my brain.
I tried. I sat there for
broken.
5 minutes, being like, I don't know how they got.
Sometimes I loop back to it. Maybe that's what they were going for.
I look at it and all I see is graphic design is my passion.
Yeah, but.
Hey, yo, secure that bag, however.
Nah, that was an underpaid employee. They didn't get shit.
They didn't get paid shit. You can tell.
Literally, one of them, they heard, I'm saying this, their manager heard one of them say, I'm learning graphic design, and that's what happened.
So, hey, an hour you're off the grill. Go make that shit.
Right.
On the work computer with the fat back.
And I'm going to tell you right now, Photoshop was not on that.
Oh.
Nah, motherfucker was using paint.
What's that
using
free
a web
one?
app.
Yeah.
No, you had to use the web app. That office computer only has paint.
Ooh.
You'd be surprised what Chrome will get you.
There's no filters on those sliders at all. Also, those
There's no
sliders look
filters
a little bit
on those
big to be a
sliders.
slider.
I mean, in comparison to the beer can, which can I bring this up in the video version?
That's a 16 ounce. Can you?
I can, sorta. So for video watchers. Oh, fuck, it's all fucked up. All right, it is going to be in front of Chris's face. That's what we're going to...
That's totally fine.
It just can't be up. It fucked it up again. Okay, here we go. So for the context, the sliders compared to the beer can...
Sliders say no.
Let's go into details because audio listeners need this as well. I mean, it's honestly.
I mean,
if you put those two burgers together, like to me, sliders equal half of a burger. Like, two sliders together will be half a burger. Those sliders, you put them together, that's a huge ass. That is a Mondo burger for sure.
Good sliders are half a burger. Cheap sliders are a quarter of a burger.
Good sliders let you create the exact character that you want to create.
I think good sliders should be a third of a burger.
Yeah, they're small. You're supposed to be like...
Well, you're supposed to be packing in about 7 of them.
Like, it's supposed to be like a flight. It's a flight, but of like burgers instead of beer.
Ooh, let's create a place to take flights, and it's just like flights of like burgers, flights of beer, flights of video games.
Indie games,
so only flying video.
But speaking of sliders, since we do talk about games, not just manga and
sometimes
bad graphic design. I mean, last
JJK's peak.
JJK is peak.
JJK is.
We got to get Chris
idle fucking
Chainsaw
death
Man
gamble, baby.
Because Chainsaw Man's about to come back, and
I mean, I will get caught up in JJK eventually. I'm reading like at least 5 chapters a day.
Okay, so JJK has 16 volumes out. You're in like 9. What? Volume 9?
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man has 11 volumes in existence.
Yeah. You could read through it in one day.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean,
depending on your pain tolerance.
Chainsaw Man is the next one. I'm going to get caught up in JJK. I'm just going to be perfectly honest. I will be caught up, and then I can read it weekly. And then
you're gonna be in the manga, in the gathering of the elders.
You're gonna be in the server channel. Losing your mind.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
every Sunday.
Post your stuff, not to weeb shit. You're in.
Oh yeah, I know now. I mean, I'm posting like volume 9. I assumed anybody in the weeb shit has already read that since it came out last year.
No.
Manga knowledge. That's
no, like that's the thing about weeb shit has the anime onlys in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
The anime onlys live in weeb shit.
Damn,
weeb shit is where you just.
I just assumed as soon as it's been out so long.
No, that's the other one.
Chris, you're just now reading it. It's been out so long, but you before this sudden turn of events of you reading manga, up until this week, people like you who were into it, like appreciated it, like are there for the craft and the memes and the trailers and like stuff like that. You're in.
I don't know why I thought you were about to say the meat.
The meat. No, the meat.
I mean, the meat.
Like what?
The meat is in anime spoilers manga knowledge.
All right, I will start doing the spoilers from now on, just to not fuck with anybody else.
Yeah.
My bad, y'all.
Oh, no, it's fine. You haven't gotten to the really mind-blowing shit.
Don't bother me.
Right, don't bother. No.
I read the manga. Don't bother me.
Right.
I'm a couple weeks behind. But I've seen some panels.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been in there and I'm like, oh, wow. So...
Yo.
JJK is too confusing for me to read week to week. I have to let like a month stack up. and just be like, okay.
Look, so here's the thing: you just read it, be confused, sit with it, and then go to the next chapter, and then eventually you just look back real quick. It makes sense.
It makes sense.
It makes sense. As you read it and watch it play out, it makes sense. And that's the other thing that makes manga volumes specifically superior, because you get author notes.
Oh yeah, author notes are the fucking GOAT. Major.
Like when Gojo showed his abilities, the mangaka was like, "I know it's confusing, but here we go. You're probably more confused at the end of it, but it will make sense." And it does. The more you watch him do shit, the more it makes sense.
Yeah,
right. It's just the fact that
you're not supposed to get it all at once.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You're not supposed to get it all at once. You know, you're not being spoon fed. You got to get it out the mud.
When JJK ends, I'm just going to sit down and read from page 1 of chapter 0 all the way through. And there's going to be so much that I'm going to understand that I have no way of understanding right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. The foreshadowing game is crazy.
The character creator.
Just that, but then the twist. When the twists happen, you're like, wait, what?
Twist? You mean like all the
twist and slides?
But yeah, I messed around with the Boss Factory, the Saints Row character creator thing. I downloaded it last week during the podcast because I realized it was out on PS5. Downloaded it. It sat on my console for a few days, and I was like, I need to clear up my XMB. I have so much random shit in here. So I booted up the Saints Row Boss Factory and made a character that I was like, yeah, I'd play a character. Like, of course, it was just a black woman. But
good choice.
Yeah, I mean, that's me with a character creator. Can she be black? Yes? Okay. If not, I will do the closest approximation to me as possible. But
yeah. How was the character creator?
It had a lot of options. That was something that I noticed, like, because especially with like designing your characters, like clothes and stuff, there would be stuff that I picked that wouldn't match, but you could change the colors. You could change like every single option had like sub options with sliders, and so it was just That's like cool. I wish
it's
still not the best character creator because it's creating in the style of Saints Row.
Right.
So it's...
But then also that's the limitations of a character creator, though.
Yeah,
you're still going to be restrained to the art style of the game itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're Fortnite.
No, even Fortnite.
Do you have a character creator in Fortnite?
There, for a few seasons now, there have been like a character that you get that you can customize in ways. So like right now there's this dude with like a prosthetic arm and like his default, he has like a skull for a head, like a bone looking kind of chest thing, like a red arm. But like every single part of that character you can customize, and so they've been experimenting with it for a long time. Of like, okay, you're going to unlock this character, and you're going to make this character look how you want this character to look based on the base character. So they've done like an alien, they've done like just a normal human, they've done a bunch of different things of having a character that is you go in and tweak it the way you want it. Like, choose hairstyles, choose eye color, choose, like, stuff like that. Like, character creator stuff has been a thing on skins in Fortnite for a while. So everybody gets the same base default, but, like, there's ridiculous amounts of permutations that you can make out of that. But it's still, the only thing I'll say, well, is the boss factory. I say a lot of people try it because you could just, the thing that I thought the whole time, and I'm mad that this is what I think about when I do character creators, is just how much better it was in Cyberpunk. Like, so the game...
Not the hardest thing in the world.
It's not the hardest thing, but like I could see this exact character creator doing so well in Cyberpunk because like the general style of the games are so similar. Like all you got to do is add a robot eyeball to the Saints Row character creator in your Cyberpunk.
I'm pretty sure that you can find that in one of the clothing stores that are going to be in the game because they always have a vast array of wacky costumes you could have.
Yeah,
nice. Full range. Some are like actual, like, oh, this designed to actually look good, and some are just like, no, I'm running around in lingerie with a M18 with a whatever insert high caliber rifle here
with the dildo badge strapped to my back.
So which version? There's also the penetrator. And the tentacle.
Hey, yo. Those sound like Umbrella Academy characters.
I don't even know how
that would be hilarious.
So...
Umbrella Academy Season 3 is out?
It's out?
Is it out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Came
shit.
out.
Oh.
Today. Or last night, or
I know the Obi-Wan finale's out, and I'm about to go watch that. And
definitely gonna go watch that tomorrow.
Then go.
I asked him for a synopsis, and he was like, "Yeah, if you want to see Obi-Wan be Shinji from the first series, you should check it out."
It's exactly.
It took a couple episodes for it to really like start kicking off, but that's
he gets roasted every episode.
Plus.
Literally every episode, he gets roasted in every single episode.
He does.
I don't know. I've been enjoying Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan is what made me start playing.
Oh no! It's good. I will say this right now. This is the first Star Wars show since Han Solo came out that I feel like actually delivered on what I expected it to be going in.
I only have one.
Mandalorian exceeds that.
I had no expectations from Mandalorians because that's not based on anything.
It's based on Rebels.
See, that's the thing about it is, technically, but Rebels was like like Clone Wars,
introduced the Mandalorians. Rebels introduced.
No, the Mandalorians existed in Star Wars long before Rebels.
It did what?
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's what Jango was. Did you forget about Jango, where the whole clones come from?
Yeah.
I thought about it, and I was like,
you forgot about Boba Fett.
I watched the entire book of Boba Fett, and
one medium that really explored that for me was when I played Knights of the Old Republic 2. Like we literally went to planet Mandalore and fought Mandalorians, and then they attacked your base.
Sounds
towards
like
the end of the game. Yeah,
the Mandalorian Wars was that did a lot of that changed that scarred the universe for a long time.
Well, I mean, while we're talking about Mandalorians, that was like my skin that was on my default loadout in Fortnite. So I loaded into Fortnite this season because they put out a Spider-Man skin, and I was like, I missed the Spider-Man that was in the Battle Pass a few seasons ago because I just knew I wasn't going to play, and they put out like a Spider-Man from the Fortnite Marvel comics because now they're like, since the Marvel season, they've been putting out comics, and like Batman, there are Marvel and DC Fortnite comics dealing with the Marvel and DC characters that are in Fortnite. And so there was the current run, the 0 Point thing, whatever is going on. I haven't been able to follow the Fortnite story without playing it. So I played it Monday. played a few games. Like I can't go back to normal with building, even though like the occasions where I wish I could build, I'm like, that's why. So I tried out like regular base Fortnite with building, and now like the building sweaties are super sweaty. So I'm in zero build mode out here just shooting,
Shooting.
But yeah, I think anybody who feels like it, this is a good time to play Fortnite because of zero build, because of like the state the game's in right now. I know.
Yeah.
I see they're adding more Naruto characters.
Yeah, they added them today. They all look bad. In my opinion, I'm probably going to get a couple of them.
It's called the Rivals Pack, but it's like Gaara, Orochimaru, Hinata. Like, what? Rivals? This is his wife. Like, what the fuck?
I sorry. Did you say they all look bad?
No. That's Sasuke's rival.
Yeah. So, the thing is, it's more of like I see the potential to build with them. So like getting Spider-Man, my back bling for Spider-Man is like this calculator that counts your kills that just like I really fuck with, but it fits with the Spider-Man aesthetic because he has like these straps that come forward, and it looks like. And then I have this glider that is like these red like mech wings with blue accents that fits the Spider-Man. So. And I have the Hulk hands, of course. Like, I was like, what is a pickaxe that would, like, go well with Spider-Man? And Spider-Man and Deadpool have the same energy to me in Fortnite. And so I have the Hulk hands on.
They got the same suit. It's different colors.
I mean, this Spider-Man suit looks nothing like any iteration of Deadpool I've seen. But, like, yeah, base Spider-Man and base Deadpool, similar enough.
Mm-hmm.
So...
I just want to go back for a second.
Yeah.
And talk about Obi-Wan. How the fuck did Leia get away from all those bounty hunters?
Because it's Leia.
Yeah.
No.
Wait,
Leia was out here.
Skywalker blood runs. Wait, what did Anakin do when he was her age? What did Anakin do? He stole him. He stole an N1 to boost Starfighter and blew up Kate. It's a Skywalker thing.
Yeah, Skywalkers be wildin'.
They're broke.
He was driving a vehicle. The fact that she, with her tiny ass legs, was running through a forest and through a city, dodging grown ass people, running into trees.
Kids.
Wait, first things first. Children are fast as hell.
Yeah.
From the jump, they are
right,
fast
and they
as
can
hell.
literally run between the Kids have no.
Are you telling
full
me
of energy and their joints are still good.
And also,
you try catching a child
is faster than a man.
Shock support, like
Leia.
You're telling me a child is
Organa
faster than
Skywalker.
a bounty hunter who probably is active as fuck.
yes,
Just athletically fit to outrun a child.
yes.
Yeah, but they probably drink and smoke and then like do weird alien drugs too. So you don't know. They're probably battling demons too. She's just like
in there, and they were drunk and
pure
just
energy.
a little bit high on something.
Look, just accept the
And
fact
then
that
they said,
Halo
"Oh shit, that's the
they've been up there
child."
smoking. They've been smoking by the fucking pound, boy. You think they about to chase down a child?
Fuck it. Yeah, I guess you're right.
They off that shit.
That's the only way I can see it.
They see like 8 or 9 of her just do. They're like, hey, yo. That's what stormtroopers be missing. They on that shit. They can't hit the red side of the barn.
Wait, no, they can't hit anything because of their helmets. Their helmets don't fit correctly.
Yeah.
Didn't they go into that?
Also, they're made out of several microplastics that just fuse together.
Oh, so they're in their lungs. Got it.
They're in all our lungs. Stay woke. But yeah,
that's why you got to balance it out.
DNA.
So Fortnite, Zero Build, they have like an overshield system that's kind of cool because it adds that Halo element of like.
I was about to say Halo. What the fuck?
Yeah, it has like that Halo kind of like. I should play Zero Build with Master Chief. Haven't used that skin in a while. But yeah, I totally see Zero Build. I say just try it. Part of that is because I'm banned from Fall Guys. Somehow, like the free to play version. I don't know.
I was about Fall Guys, but I downloaded the PS4 version, not the PS5 version, so I deleted it.
The PS5 version's out, like the Switch version, all that cross-play, cross-progression, all that. But yeah, I downloaded the PS5 version, logged in, and it was like... It says something like account unavailable, like missed an update or something, but I'm like, this client is definitely up to date.
That sounds like a lie the tech industry tells when your account was on some shit. Or they think you were on some shit.
If I had to guess, I would say try updating the PS4 version that your account was originally made on.
I tried... I literally tried when the PS4 was hooked up to this monitor behind me. I tried opening the PS4 version.
Have you emailed
PS5.
Epic support? Or
at some point, I'm going to find the best way to contact somebody about this, or have a post go viral on like the Fall Guys subreddit of like, yo, because I played the game legit. Like, I actually enjoyed playing the game. I wasn't running fucking cheat engine on my PS5. Like,
man, I think Epic Games just do that. I don't know why I was banned from Fortnite. I still don't. I probably played 4 games in my entire life.
So, are we going to go on this crusade together? We get you unbanned from Fortnite and get me unbanned from Fall Guys?
Let's do it. Let's find a way.
All right.
There's a will, there's a way.
Speaking of things that we're going to like sheerly will into existence, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion is a fucking video game that is coming out this winter that I'm like, I think my work is done here because I got Skate 4, I got Crisis Core, like, I don't know what other games that I need to manifest. Like, the Bleach game looks like it's happening. Like, I'd want another Bleach game, but that looks like...
Persona 5 on PS5? I'm set. I get to finally play Crisis Core now. I haven't played it. I remember when Remake was coming out, I fell down like a Final Fantasy VII rabbit hole since I'm like, I'm not really about to go play through this shit. And I started watching videos and I'm like, all right, let me find out. Let's see what this Zack dude's about. Man, Zack's the fucking G, dog. And then like I got to see the ending of the Crisis Core and I was like, damn. No wonder niggas love this shit. That shit was fire as hell, boy. How you square up with an army with just you and your Buster Sword and like your perfect hair?
Because he's the best. He's the best.
The best. Cloud has bedhead, but not Zack. Right. Zack fucks. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Aerith specifically. But...
Well, hey, you know, I'm not trying to be messy, but yeah. Zack fucks.
So yeah, we got that news.
The sword wasn't the only thing that was a buster.
25th anniversary of Final Fantasy VII. So we had like a 14-minute like Summer Games Fest presentation about Final Fantasy VII.
Hold on, can we take a moment to just really appreciate how fucking ratchet that stream was?
Bro, that scream
for a major cup, bro. I was like, damn, I'm like, damn, my fucking YouTube is really shitting the bed. I was watching this shit via GameSpot, and I'm like, damn, either GameSpot's fucking up or my internet is fucking up. Apparently, it was just them niggas.
No,
your tentpole thing fucks up in the middle of it.
It's not even. So,
like half the trailer was like, just didn't happen. It's like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm like, what? Final Fantasy? What led to this point? I just saw Cloud with Sephiroth, and then I heard some people talking.
That's a Nibelheim flashback.
Yep.
Okay, but whilst watching it,
14-minute presentation. 25th anniversary of Final Fantasy VII. They start off with like this montage showing like Final Fantasy VII before Crisis, Crisis Core, Dirge of Cerberus. Like they just
that shit was breaking up then.
Advent Children. Like, so they go through all the compilation of Final Fantasy VII. The one thing they didn't show was Remake. Mm-hmm. That is like a Final Fantasy VII property that wasn't shown in that. And then they go and they start off selling merchandise. So we knew this was going to be a 10-minute presentation. We didn't know we knew it was an anniversary, but like we also know Japanese companies, they'll say it's the anniversary and then do jack shit. Mm-hmm. See Zelda. Like it was like Zelda's 35th anniversary and they didn't do shit. They're like, here's Skyward Sword.
You an amiibo.
Yeah. They're like, Skyward Sword, amiibo, some Joy-Cons. And like, that sounds like a lot, but that's not a lot. For like a major, compared to this 10-minute.
Them Joy-Cons are straight though.
Yeah, I mean, that amiibo was tempting. Like, I saw it and I was like, I do have a lot of the Zelda amiibos. I could go for another Zelda. Because I got Zelda, Sheik, I got Breath of the Wild Zelda, I got Smash Bros. And non-Smash Bros. Zelda. So, yeah, it was Zelda with a bird for the Skyward Sword one. And I was like, Zelda with a bird. I'll take it. But yeah, in this in this showcase, they started off, they were like selling the clock, selling soldier on motorcycle figures, selling Cloud like static action figures, doing stuff like that.
Selling us a roach in his motorcycle.
But
that's an interesting focal point.
They have. I know motorcycles are like a big thing in Final Fantasy, but 7
specifically 7.
Yeah, I know motorcycles are a huge thing, but it's like adding a motorcycle to a figure doesn't necessarily like
make it
do
cool?
anything for me. But yeah, it was a 10-minute presentation. They started off with that. Then they go into the mobile games. They talk about the 3rd season of The First Soldier. They talk about they show more Ever Crisis.
Wait, there's a 3rd season?
Yeah. That game's been out for like a while.
Shit.
Apparently it does numbers. For people who play shooter battle royales on their phone, like apparently Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier is a decent one of those. I have it on my phone. I've never opened it, and I don't care to. But yeah, it's on season 3. And then they talked about Ever Crisis. They showed more of that game. They announced a beta is coming this year for it. So I wish that game would come to.
I mean, I get what I wanted out of from Ever Crisis. Outside of Ever Crisis, so. Yeah. I'm fine.
Then they start showing Crisis Core. And I'm sitting there. I knew it got announced because tweets on my phone at work, as always with all the news, like I get a notification on my wrist that says Crisis Core Reunion coming this winter, and I'm just like freaking out harder than I was freaking out about the Final Fantasy 16 trailer at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, dang, I got receipts of me asking for this for years. And so that's coming. The interesting thing about that, like I say, if you are versed in Final Fantasy VII whatsoever, go look at the Crisis Core Reunion trailer and get hype with me. The interesting thing about it is it's coming to Xbox One, Xbox Series consoles, Nintendo Switch, PS4, and PS5. Which...
And Steam, right?
Probably and Steam. I don't know.
I think that's just on everything.
Yeah, after selling their Western division, they're like, we just need them sales now.
Oh, that was another thing they threw in there. They put out They were saying the day after Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is coming to came to Steam, and it's Steam Deck verified out the gate. So that was another.
I think they announced that during the trailer, the showcase. They said it was coming to Steam.
Before Crisis Core, that was one of the things they showed. I think that was before the mobile games.
Started cutting out there though too.
The video part cut out a clean video for you to watch.
It was just in Japanese, and I just heard Steam this Epic Game Store, and I was like, okay, all right. Okay, I think I get this. No subtitles right now. No video either.
So
sweet.
We got that, and we got Crisis Core Reunion. Then they closed out the show, and they're in overtime at this point. It's been longer than 10 minutes. They're in overtime. They drop Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and also announced.
Fuck yeah.
That is part of...
It's the trilogy?
Yeah, it's a trilogy. So it's Remake, Rebirth, and then Resurrection, Rising Revenge.
Replicant.
Realize.
I hope it's not
Realize till real lies.
That's shit right there.
And that's the thing. Nomura isn't...
Resolution.
No, I think it's going to be Resurrection, honestly. Because
or Revolution,
or Revelation,
because that's when everyone. Oh yeah, shit.
Mm-hmm. All right,
but we're
restitution.
We're at the point where in the trailer they show the Nibelheim flashback of Cloud and Sephiroth going to Nibelheim and like talking about ruling the planet.
I don't even think that was a flashback. I think that's just them going to do that shit.
So the interesting thing, spoilers for a 25-year-old game.
Fair enough.
Aerith, there's a part in the trailer where people are saying it's Tifa. I'm like, but that doesn't sound like Tifa. Because true, Cloud thought Tifa died in the Nibelheim flashback. But... they flash Aerith and the holy materia for like a second during this section of the trailer, and it's like, I saw you lying there. It's like, and then the female voice says, what, did you think I died? Are you saying I'm some sort of fake? And to me...
it's a replicant.
Falling down this Final Fantasy VII rabbit hole. Chris, let me know when you beat the Hell House in 7 Remake, so I can pick back up the game and start playing.
Fucking Hell House, dog.
I beat Hell House I beat like the next major boss, but by the time Chris, with the way Chris plays games...
the sewer beast?
Yeah. Well, no, I beat something after that. I went through like the train yard and stuff.
Oh, the train? Yeah. Dog, you're almost done with that game. You might as well finish it.
Oh, heck.
You are like
on Steam as of recording.
spitting distance.
Damn.
Intergrade?
Yeah, it came out the day after the showcase, and the showcase was like Thursday or Friday of last week.
No, I'm saying it's on sale right now.
Yeah, it had a launch discount.
Yeah.
I'm mad that discount didn't go to the digital version, and I'm like, on PlayStation or anything else, I'm like, oh, so it's only on sale on Steam? I mean, I'll have to accept it, but... But yeah, so we got all that, and then we got like a couple days ago as of recording, actually at the same time as that presentation, they announced Dragon's Dogma 2, which I know Radic has been on Dragon's Dogma like crazy since, and I re-downloaded it. Dark Arisen. And Dark Arisen was on sale for like $5 on everything. It might still be on sale for like under $5. It's like $4.70 something wherever you want to play. Yeah, it's going for the look. So, but with me, like I already bought it. Last time it was on super sale like this, I bought it on PlayStation. So, Dragon's Dogma 2 is a thing that is happening that I don't feel like any of us are versed enough in. That like it's cool that Capcom is doing
enjoyed
this.
Dragon's Dogma 1. I enjoyed that game. I played it on the 360.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good action RPG from when it came out. A little jank, but the grappling and stamina mechanic that it had for it, is a lot of fun. Like you were climbing up the giant monsters you were fighting and getting picked up and thrown to pieces.
The system I keep hearing people who play talk about, like even Radic, now that he's picked it back up, because he played it back in the day, I want to say on PC, honestly. Because I don't think Radic had a PS3. It might have been on 360, it might have been on PC, like with the original release. And now with this new release, I keep hearing about the pawn system, which is like
it's effectively
like your retainers in 14 is what I understand it to be.
Kind of, but you're sending them out. It works like your friends list in a gacha game. Like other players can use your pawns in adventures. And
that has a benefit back to you because...
Yeah. They also get stronger.
So they're like amiibos.
Yeah.
Amiibos in Smash, that's what they did. Like, you'd use your amiibo, it'd get stronger based on you. If your friend used it, it got stronger faster and learned things it could use on you. But except instead of fighting against it, it's fighting with you.
Yeah, the main thing you use them for is to bulk out your party up to 4.
Does it have 4-player co-op? Is that like a option instead of the pawn?
No. Okay. I hope the second one does.
I was going to say
the sequel does.
Like the community as a whole wants it in the sequel.
No.
Yeah, Radical was explaining the whole thing to me yesterday, and like the way it's set up, it sounds super cool. I'm probably gonna cop it along with Neon White.
Neon White seems cool, but like I'm not into speed running as like a thing. I think Chris would be really into it on PC. Neon White. It's like a. Did you do the time trials in Astro's Playroom?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
That's something I haven't actually gone and done the experience in yet.
Huh?
I haven't like actually done Astro's Playroom yet.
No, Jalen says something about shooter.
No, it's Neon White. It's a card-based first-person shooter.
Yeah, but it's not. Don't hear card and think Slay the Spire. Don't hear card and think Yu-Gi-Oh. Don't hear card and think Inscription.
Well, no, actually, kind of like Slay the Spire, though.
The card,
except you're physically doing the mechanics. Yeah, like each card is a weapon. Like there's one card that's a fireball. There's a card that's a katana, and you're swapping between them.
Oh,
right. but it.
That's why I say like Slay the Spire, because in Slay the Spire, each card is an ability.
Oh.
Yeah, but this is
now
more,
I know what game you guys aren't talking about. Yeah, this game actually looks super dope.
And it's out. Like, it's been getting good reviews. It doesn't seem like the type of game for me, but for you, Chris, I could see you getting really into this.
Okay. Shit. And I get paid now.
Fuck yeah.
But
is it on PS5?
No. Right now it's just Switch and
Switch.
PC. But the PC version is the version you want. And you want to play with mouse and keyboard and not controller.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because...
Is there a reason? It's just not well supported?
It's well supported because it runs on a Switch. But it's more so like in the instances where you're shooting, like where your card is like a gun or a fireball or whatever, you want to have the mouse accuracy.
Oh, the accuracy, yeah.
Especially since you have to do platforming while this is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's only $22.50.
But speaking of cheap games, TMNT Shredder's Revenge. I played through the entirety of that game this past week. I have 3 hours of playtime, and that's with starting it with Angelina, playing a few levels, and then starting over with Radic, and then starting over again with Deontay and Radic, and playing through the entire game. That's 3 hours. And it has up to 6-player co-op. You get Casey Jones when you beat the story mode, which is under 3 hours. The arcade mode is solid. The game, I want to say it has a launch discount right now. The only downside to it, and I understand that this is completely unnecessary, is a PS4 game running on PS5. It's also on Game Pass. It does not have crossplay, unfortunately. But it has drop-in, drop-out 6-player co-op on PlayStation. And...
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, TMNT Shredder's Revenge is in my top games of this year already. Just because it was like a short, bite-sized, really well-crafted, really fun thing.
The brawlers have been hitting lately. Like, I've heard
6-player co-op.
Every major brawler that's come out.
Right, not every major brawler's for me, and like hearing people who have played Scott Pilgrim, the re-release since playing TMNT, are saying that TMNT does, like, because Scott Pilgrim, the re-release, didn't really click with me the way it did back on PS3. But TMNT...
I will say, I think that's also because of the sheer amount of online problems we had with that game.
Yeah, that was...
Like, the amount of times we would play that game would just break on us.
Yeah, that shit was jankified.
Yeah, and...
It was bad.
So what I did, I started up a story mode lobby, and I just sent the invitation to the group message, like that has everybody in it that we use for the party. And Radic was able to join in off that. Like, no individual invite, no. Like, I sent it at the beginning of the session, and then, like, half an hour later, Deontay came in, and it's like, all right, well. And I was like, the invite's in the thing, and Deontay was able to join in off that. We all got to choose our characters. We're all, making progress, unlocking trophies. It wasn't like only the host is doing stuff, like all the collectibles and stuff that we all got while playing together. We all have in our individual games. Like,
it's like, I don't know if they do that on purpose to make you like want to replay it, or if that's just an oversight. Either way, I think that shit needs to go.
Well, I'm at the point that I want to replay it because there are trophies for beating arcade mode.
Yeah, you should just want to replay it, like, and having to do that with every individual person and have them play host. Like, you might just be able to drop in that day and not like host.
Yeah.
All right. So
games that make you do that are really. That's just
I mean, that's just a way to artificially increase game time without actually increasing the quality of said game.
Right.
Well, this game, in my opinion, is extremely high quality for the price, for the fact that this is in my top games in the same conversation as Elden Ring, and it's a $20 downloadable, like, homage to classic TMNT games. Because I actually looked at the Cowabunga collections trailers, and I'm like, oh, so this is like directly from this, and this is directly from this. Like, this game is like a hodgepodge of the best parts from all the TMNT games throughout the years. So I really might pass on the Cowabunga collection and just get Shredder's Revenge on like Switch or Steam or something.
That'd be cool.
Because, like, Chris, I know you like brawlers off of Scott Pilgrim. Like, this is probably the best brawler I've ever played.
Damn, really?
People are saying Streets of Rage 4 is up there with it, and that's making me extremely curious about Streets of Rage 4. But
I heard Streets of Rage 4 was really, really good.
For somebody that this is my first TMNT game, I at no point in my life previously played a TMNT game.
Are you sure? I thought we played the one at Joystick.
Yeah, we definitely played the one at Joystick.
No, I only played, what was that fucking Diablo-like game? Like, Chris, you and I played something.
Oh, Gauntlet?
Yeah, Gauntlet.
Yeah, Gauntlet.
That's the only game I played at Joystick. Was Gauntlet.
Shredder's Revenge on Game Pass.
Yeah, I say try it out, but like I want to highly motivate you to get it on PlayStation because it's not crazy expensive, and that's where we at least have an established group of people playing it.
That's fair. I feel like with a brawler, you definitely want to play with like multiple people.
Yeah,
I mean, I had a good time playing with Scott Pilgrim by myself, but like that was just because I played Scott Pilgrim by myself when it was on PlayStation 3.
This has actually made me want to go, because I have Castle Crashers Remastered and I have the Scott Pilgrim port. It makes me want to go and play those.
Yeah.
Like, I've had so much fun with Shredder's Revenge.
I have Castle Crashers on Steam.
Dang. I have all these on PlayStation.
Damn.
But, you know, it'll be fine. The music, I do want to shout out the music in TMNT Shredder's Revenge. Like, there are only, like, probably 3, like, vocal tracks in the entire thing, but it's, like, it gives the game an anime as fuck feel in, like, the perfect moments that I
Is
really...
it, like, 80s kind of inspired, or like the era of TMT?
There is a Ghostface Killer Raekwon song that's like
no, not the hard ER.
Killer. But yeah, so if you want to listen to it, like, I actually need to add that to my Apple Music because I've only heard it through the game of the Shredder's Revenge song.
Hey dog, all I'm saying is if the turtles wore shoes, they would wear Timbs.
Oh, absolutely.
I was playing as Raphael? No, I wasn't playing as Raphael. Let's see. Katanas.
Leonardo.
Yes, that is Leonardo, the blue.
And
the blue.
Blue, and Donatello's purple with the staff, right? Deontay was Donatello, and Radic was Master Splinter. And you also have, so you have all 4 turtles, April and Shredder from the jump, and then you unlock Casey after you beat the game.
That's cool. So wait, you could just play as Shredder?
Not Master Splinter.
Master
Splinter. Or Shredder.
You said Shredder. I was like,
Shredder.
Is this like one of those?
I knew you meant Splinter though, so I was like, wait, is Splinter's Revenge? And I'm like, is he in Revenge? like, wait, no, Shredder. Then I was like, who's the villain?
Right.
But yeah. I just wanted to shout it out on the podcast. It was one of those games like I'm playing it and I had to pop into the Discord and be like, yo, this game is good. Because there were multiple times I'm playing with Radic and Deontay and the three of us are just like, yo, this game's really good.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
so
you gotta love it. And when the game is that good, you gotta share it.
Yeah. So that was like, I started the doc for this week, the night that we beat it. I was just like, I got to talk about this game. Got to give it its shine.
Oh, yeah. I'll probably get it after.
It cut out for me. So
yeah, it definitely cut out. It
probably cut out for the audio recording. So what'd you say, Madrid?
Fuck. No, I said I'll probably get it after the pod.
Okay. Yeah, and just let me know because I'll run through story mode with whoever.
Does the couch go up?
Yes, so that's Angelina and I played and the thing about it being a PS4 game, if you have any extra PS4 controllers, you can hook them up to your PS5 and play with a hybrid of PS4 and PS5 controllers.
I might get this game for the party and just
Can you do some couch and then some online?
No.
Yo. Oh.
No, unfortunately
that would have been
not.
too powerful.
Cause that would have been cool. Like having 3 people together with 2 people in each place doing something like that. Like a setup like that would be cool. But
yeah,
6 players online or 6 players local, and it scales for however many players you have. So.
Okay.
That's actually something I was looking because I'm thinking of going for the platinum just off of playing. Like when I beat the story mode, I was at 41% completion of the game as far as trophies. And I looked through the rest of the trophies. And
is there like a difficulty one?
Yeah, so the ones that I don't have are all the different endings in story mode, which I'm down to play with whoever to get that. Complete arcade mode in multiplayer, because I haven't done that. Complete arcade mode on the hardest difficulty, which apparently is easy as long as you have a level 10 character. Complete arcade mode without using a credit, which I don't expect to use a credit when we run it multiplayer. Find all cameos in story mode. I'm missing 2. Complete all special requests in story mode. I'm also missing 2 things for... I've done all the special requests I have unlocked, but finding cameos gives you special requests. And I've already found most of the things to turn in once I find the cameos to do the special requests. And you get those in story mode, so I'm... super down. Destroy 200 breakable objects, which that's just a matter of break more shit.
Yeah.
Perform a 250 hit string. I might have to do that on my own. Defeat the final boss without being hit. Bring all characters to max power level. Cheer up Raphael while playing as Casey Jones. So... we might have to alternate out to get multiple people that one.
That is super specific.
Right.
Well, it's called Finally Getting Along, and Casey and Raph don't really fuck with each other. And there's a high five mechanic where you give your health to whoever you high five. So,
that's cool.
Play as Casey and let Raph get hit, and then high five Raph. And all the pickups are like pizza.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a super solid game. Okay, so Final Fantasy 16, we got some updates on that. Because Naoki Yoshida was going around, Yoshi P was going around giving interviews about Final Fantasy 16 as part of Summer Game Fest, and the embargo lifted earlier today as of recording. And some of the news we got is there will be a party, but your party members are going to be AI controlled. It's not going to be open world.
Perfect.
It's going to be M rated. Like they're going for like the highest rating so they can tackle like more.
That's because
mature
Clive
subjects.
also fucks.
Yes, Clive also fucks. Confirmed. It was in the trailer.
It's in the trailer. This isn't even hyperbole.
And what was the last thing? Oh, the Eidolon fights aren't going to be like one size fits all, or what are they called?
Same mechanics.
What are they called in this game? They're not the icons.
They're not called Eidolons?
No, we said every time we talk about this, Eidolons are 13.
Okay, so we're not calling them primals?
Primals is 14.
I'm sure they're called
primals
icons.
Is everything else. They've always been primals.
Yeah.
The summon fights in this game.
I think they're just called icons. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who can watch the trailer without blasting it through the stream and recording audio.
They're called icons.
Okay, icons. So the icon fights aren't going to be one size fit all. Yeah,
spelled with an E-I and a K.
Yeah.
I'm just an icon living.
Start a record label. Misfits just did it. But so yeah, the fights they're all going to have their own unique mechanics, and because so far it looks like they would be kaiju fights in like the fighting game sense, but if they're all going to be different and have unique mechanics and unique gameplay associated with them.
They said they already said one was going to be a top-down shooter.
Right. And that sounds awesome. That's probably Shiva, if I'm guessing. Shiva seems like a boss.
She got that thing
Ramu,
on her.
Yeah, I could see Ramu being
Yeah. Like Titan, they probably got you lifting some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Titan
maybe that's the
turns into
fist
Shadow
fight.
of the Colossus.
Yeah, Titan's definitely a fist fight.
Because I was thinking Ifrit for a fist fight, but I mean, honestly, that's probably going to be your. I mean, let's be real here. Clive is probably Ifrit, or he probably
No, the
becomes
little
him.
kid's Ifrit.
No, he's Phoenix.
Oh. I thought the little kid was Ifrit.
You're supposedly chasing after that entity. Well, whatever. That's besides the point. This game looks awesome. It seems like they're putting the most care into it, and apparently they've been working on it for what, like 6 years?
Yeah,
a little over 6.
They've been working on it since a little bit after Realm Reborn. Like they apparently have known since before 15 that 16 was going to be handled by this team.
Oh damn!
So
they made the right fucking call.
Yeah, 'cause everything that I have seen.
No shade, but
I know a lot of this had to be pre-production because just looking at how far out it is and like the timeline of actually making a game, they could have had it out like this year but like I know a lot of the work was like pre-conceptualizing, storyboarding, like not necessarily developing a game work, like, but yeah. Oh, it was another thing that was super important. Oh, the game takes place over 3 time periods and apparently goes in between these 3 time periods with the main character at 18, in his 20s, and in his 30s.
Damn.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah, especially what we saw in the first trailer of like.
Yeah, you see them look all those ages.
The last thing I do. So, I'm super like. They're saying all the right things. It would have been really hard for them to fuck up Final Fantasy 16. Like even
honestly,
the trailer was enough.
One of the main things he was stressing, it was like when it came to making this Final Fantasy game, it was like, all right, let's not worry about making a Final Fantasy game. Let's just make the best possible game that we can. And that was their whole vision for this game. It was like, all right, yeah, we're also going to add chocobos and moogles, because when I think Final Fantasy, I think of chocobos and moogles.
Yep. And Sid. We haven't seen Sid yet.
You fight dragoons.
Yeah, you do fight dragoons.
There's a point Sid was jumping. He had the dragoon tech.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super excited for this. I'm actually glad it's not open world because, like,
yeah,
it leads it to be more focused and handcrafted. Yeah. But like, as long as you tread that line to where it's not too linear, because like 13 was linear as shit, and it's like I'm literally just walking down corridors. And like 7 had that in aspects, but it also had moments where it was more like robust.
Because
and in 15 it was just
7 remake, a lot of that is walking down corridors, but it's much more well regarded because the combat kind of lends to that. And that, so like, I'm down for it to be more curated, more focused, like 7 remake is with 16. Like, it's a third-person character action game.
Yeah, but part of, and that was 13's problem, is that it wasn't a character action game. Its combat got monotonous after a while, and those boss fights were long as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing
about not even the remake doesn't feel like that.
Not even the fun type of
everything feels long. And with the remake, it doesn't, because part of the reason why is you're swapping between characters. You're not just swapping paragrams and hitting auto combat 15 times.
But yeah. So with all that additional news, like Summer Game Fest, like we got like another kind of like indie style showcase today. But like, unless something comes up that's super intriguing and super like really blows the lid off of Summer Game Fest, it's over for the most part.
I mean, it wouldn't be that hard because it's also like Capcom is coming with stuff that we already want. Like, they're coming with
Sunbright
news
drops at the end of the month. Like, I don't give a. Okay, so this is one thing I had on the notes. Overwatch 2, the beta starts June 28th. It's cross-play and console and all that stuff. They announced cross-progression. They announced no more loot boxes for Overwatch 2.
We were all clowns and signed up for a code.
Yeah.
I kind of surpassed it and got the Watch Point bundle, which guarantees you
Anton. Got fresh makeup for his clown outfit.
Yeah.
Anton.
You paid money for what's going to be.
I played. So the thing was, you
didn't have to do that.
I played some competitive, and I was like, I was playing the game how I would see myself playing Overwatch 2. And they had it on the thing. They updated like the title card and all the art on PlayStation, and I was like, guaranteed access. So I'm going to be playing the Overwatch 2 beta starting Tuesday.
Can you see the pain in my face?
Hey, like playing Overwatch 1 in its current state, I was like, there was a reason this game was good at a point in time. And I'm hoping Overwatch 2 is this game's chance to be good.
That's catching lightning in a bottle, That shit's not about to happen. I'm just there to see what the fuck is it going to look like so I can appropriately talk shit about it with informed takes, That's why I'm there.
That's
and if it surprises me,
if it lets me invite my console friends to the beta and get you guys guaranteed codes, I will definitely do that.
If I don't get a code, I'll be fine. It's not going to keep me up at night. Like, damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get to play as Diva.
But Diva, you're going to play. I know Madrid's going to start off with Sojourner.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I have to try off Rizzy to see what it's all about. See what it's all about.
All about.
I gotta see what the updated May's like. I gotta see what the updated Reinhardt's like. I gotta see what the updated Lucio's like. Gotta see what the updated Tracer's like. I keep forgetting I was a Tracer main. for a period
At one
of time.
point.
Remember getting?
I was an Orisa main, and Orisa got a complete rework. So I'm down to check that out. Like, I actually like the things that they added to Orisa because I was more of a combat Orisa that kind of had to be an anchor tank.
They basically added the same shit to every tank. It's almost like they're all the same. It seems like that's what they're going for.
Well, Orisa they made more different because between Reinhardt and what's the Melody guy?
They make her more different, or they put them all in the same shit.
I mean,
like, everything feels different with the fact that, like, everything feels it is balanced different because it went from a 6v6 to a 5v5.
Yeah.
You have less tank, like.
And it's a different engine, and, like, I haven't gotten hands-on yet, but
it feels the same. It feels the same. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's good that Overwatch feels the same.
Yeah, you don't want it to feel completely different.
Right, because this isn't a new game. We shouldn't be relearning a new game. It just... And also, Overwatch felt great to play. It's always felt great to play. It just ran out of content, and then all that was left to do was play ranked.
I'm most excited about with Overwatch 2 is the fact that there will be new Overwatch content. At least 2 characters are coming out with the beta. It comes out October, free to play for everybody on everything, which is not something I was expecting. Like, I know, Jalen, you and I had a conversation a few episodes ago about, like, the pricing structure and, like, what they were going to do. And both of us were wrong. You were like, this is going to be $60 for the multiplayer. I was saying it'd probably be $40 for the multiplayer. But we were both.
We'll say this. Wait, no, for the single player, because they always said the multiplayer was going to be free.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they said it would be a free upgrade if you have Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we knew free to play before.
No, we didn't know free to play. The pricing, what I'm saying is we thought that was going to be for the single player option that's supposed to be coming, and not for the multiplayer.
Is anybody else hearing that static coming from Jalen?
Yeah,
I did hear that static.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't anymore?
Yeah, I don't anymore, but it was
That was
like when
weird.
you were talking, it was cutting in. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Overwatch 2. I've been saying I've been excited for Overwatch 2. I've gotten back into Fortnite. Like, I'm excited for Modern Warfare 2 this fall. Like, I'm kind of back. Like, I'm out of the, like, lull I was in due to Elden Ring. Like, I'm definitely, like, way back on, like, I'm trying new games. I'm testing out new stuff. I'm playing more. Like, I went back to Fortnite. I tried the Saints Row thing. I tried to go back to Fall Guys. I beat Shredder's Revenge. I'm ready for Overwatch 2. And then Sunbreak drops at the end of the month. Like, we about to be eating. And I mean, next year is the year of Final Fantasy. Because we didn't say it earlier, but Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming out next winter. So it seems like 2023 is just going to be early in the year we get Crisis Core. Midway through the year we get 16. We're getting 14 drops interspersed throughout all of this. And then we're getting 7 Rebirths at the end of 2023. So, or early 2023.
I mean, yeah. We'll see. I'm not going to be a hater about it, though. It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, Nomura's not on this one. Nomura is focusing on Kingdom Hearts 4, which was like, I was like, I feel like that's really good news for this game actually coming out when they say it's going to come out.
Right, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they already, like, if they were working on some of that shit while they were working on remaking. It was like, this would be a good place to separate these two games.
Yeah. And, well, they've already said that they're working on Part 3. Like, development has begun on Part 3. So,
I mean, has that team honestly stopped? when I say stop, I mean worked on other projects since they started on remake. Because at this point, it's like what? We're gonna end up with what, 3.5, if not 4 full games?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, at this point, like, Ever Crisis is looking more and more like a full-fledged game. I know it's not for us in particular, but there's the First Soldier. We got getting Crisis Core Reunion. We got Remake. We got Intermission on top of Remake. We're getting Rebirth. There's probably going to be DLC for Rebirth.
I took a look at First Soldier while we've been recording. That is the Fortnite of freaking Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's a third-person battle.
No, I don't even mean that. I mean like how they're handling like what skins and stuff are in the game. Like the amount of polygon versions of the characters and like random skins that I've seen. It's like, oh, no, we're really going hog wild with this.
I just opened on my phone for the first time. All right. Well, looking at the time, is there anything anybody else wanted to talk about before we wrap for the week? Is there one more thing? No?
Nope. I mean, I got my Scholar / Summoner to 90.
Nice.
In 14, so before I hit Endwalker, so is that
them dailies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that just lets you take your samurai, I'm guessing, through Endwalker, which is not a bad decision at all.
Pretty much.
And you know, your Gunbreaker, you can get your Gunbreaker to a decent level and do that. You could do Endwalker as a Gunbreaker, as I did.
That's why I hit 90s, just so I can all right, I can level these other classes faster.
Mm-hmm. Okay, with that, remember you can follow us all collectively around the internet, CheesyControllerPodcast.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Anton63X. Chris, where can people find you?
You can follow me at Chip and Chris everywhere.
Jalen.
Kuwait Bishop.
Madrid.
Speedwagon X.
Alright, this has been a Know It's Good production. The video version is edited by Lana Twisted Mind. The audio version is edited by Iknowjones. Until next time, keep it cheesy. Alright.